Here it is. We're now at lesson number 11 in the IELTS Terminator Academic Writing for IELTS. We're going to be discussing the fourth paragraph of the IELTS Part 2 writing. This is the killer paragraph, our secret weapon. Not a lot of instructors will tell you about using this paragraph, and there's a reason. They don't know that it can get you a really good score. So we have a bit of a secret weapon. I'm not saying we're the only people who know about this, but it's a strategy that my students have used ever since I began teaching IELTS some 20 years ago. And a lot of them say this particular small trick is what got them an excellent IELTS result. Let's hope it can do the same for you. Like I said, this is the paragraph that most IELTS candidates do not know how to use, probably because they don't know it exists. Using it will put you in the top few candidates in the writing section, and I believe can push your score up between a half and a full band. So, it's probably a good idea to pay attention to this. If you decide you don't want to use this strategy, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to do anything. But if your result is not quite as high as you would like, next time, give it a try. In this paragraph, we give our opinion, and we say why our opinion on the proposition in the question is the correct one. That's it. That's all there is to it. However, let's see how we do it. Therefore, after a blank line and an indent, don't forget them. You'd be surprised how many people do forget them. The examiner looks at their probably excellent work and says, "Oh my, I can't read this, and I'm not going to." Right. So after a blank line and an indent, we begin our next paragraph with wording that indicates we will express an opinion. Of course, that may not always come at the beginning of our paragraph, but it is important that the reference to the fact it is an opinion must be included in this paragraph. The topic sentence will be our opinion, and the why it is correct will be the support sentence or phrase. So let's think of some words that will signpost to the examiner that we will express an opinion. Words like, I think, in my opinion, it seems to me, I consider, to my way of thinking, it's my belief, I believe, I understand, in my estimation, in my judgment, in my view, and many more. If you have already taken my speaking lessons course, you will probably know a few more ways to talk about your opinion. Considering our original question, how about something like this? Given that there will always be crime, and that some criminals will undoubtedly be juveniles, it is my considered belief that rehabilitation should be used as a first option when treating young offenders in the justice system, particularly where a first offence is in question. Prison authorities generally support this opinion, as they report that juveniles suffering the same punishment as adult offenders become hardened criminals and re-offend. This is the killer paragraph. Did I indicate this is an opinion? You notice here, I did not actually start my paragraph with those words, but I made sure that they were included in the first sentence, the topic sentence. Did I give supporting evidence for my opinion in my support sentence? I talked about prison authorities, didn't I? Is the examiner going to go and ask all prison authorities if this is true? No. How many different ways could you have achieved the same result? Give some of them a try. Can you write the fourth paragraph to your answer to this question? Try a few. Stop the video while you do, and come back. Let's step back now. Add fourth paragraph opinions to your developing essays on the subjects that we posed earlier, following the principles I've just given you. Some people think that when a person travels into a different culture, they should adapt to the local practices and customs. Try it. And also try it with our second. In our next lesson, we're going to talk about the conclusion paragraph, or the final paragraph in our essay, and also the importance of planning our essay. This lesson has been on the fourth paragraph. In a discursive essay, or argumentative essay, which is what you should try to convert every essay in this part of IELTS into, we have shown how to use 5 paragraphs, the fourth one being the one that is likely to get you the best result. Short lesson? Yes, but it is vitally important if you want to gain a better score. Practice it, practice it, practice it.